because I've seen many footballers come from all parts of the world come into Asia, and they have way better footballing CV, way better footballing ability than me, but have crumbled in these countries for whatever reason. Could be mental, could be physical, could be anything, but have struggled.
I actually think is the most important word for footballers. If you have those three things, I think you can succeed.
But back to what I was saying, I love being adaptable. It's fantastic. I love learning new things. I love learning new cultures, trying new foods, being around new people, different environments, different climates, all of that. Like, I'm your man for that. So I adapted really well in every single country that I've been in. But I think also that is another factor as to why I've been able to continue to do what I'm doing. Because I've seen many footballers come from all parts of the world come into Asia, and they have way better footballing CV, way better footballing ability than me, but have crumbled in these countries for whatever reason. Could be mental, could be physical, could be anything, but have struggled. So I guess I've kind of, we can say it's luck, we can say it's whatever, but or I was even born this way, that I'm just adaptable. So,
dude, I wrote that word. It's so funny, man. I wrote that word down. I wrote adaptability down. You know what I mean? Because that's what sorry to interrupt, but dude, that's what I've heard throughout. You know what I mean? And I think the fact you say lucky, I don't. You know, I think the most important thing, you know, like you've been talking about, is routine. Can you go into these jungles and these tough environments and develop your own routine to set yourself up for success? I think that's the key. You know, like you said, go into any culture, any place you're at, any club, and just say to yourself, whatever comes my way, I'm adapting. What did Darwin say? It's not the strongest who survive, not the fittest. It's the ones who have the ability to adapt. So I think that I actually think adaptability is the most important word for footballers. Adaptability, consistency, and discipline. If you have those three things, I think you can succeed. You know, and one more thing I want to say before we go back to you. What I heard, you know, from your longevity, and I read also about you, how you've played, you know, so many minutes, and I was going to ask you about that, but you've answered it. And I think the main thing here is easy choices, hard life. Hard choices, easy life. It's the same thing with your career. Obviously, it's not easy, but it'll be long, you know, and you know, you'll enjoy it because you've done the hard stuff and you continue to do the hard stuff. So that sets you up for success on the pitch.
Absolutely, it does. And I could not tell you how many parties I've missed, how many times mates, other players have gone out for drinks, gone out partying, girls, whatever it is. You're obviously, at the end of the day, you're a professional athlete, so you have it all in the palm of your hands.
Yeah.
I've said no to, I'll say I've said no more times than I've said yes, because I know what's good for me, and I know what's, not saying it's bad for you, but I know what's not going to maintain where I want to be and where I want to get to. So discipline, you just said it. It is about discipline.
Yes.
You have to say no if it's not for you. If it's not for that dream, and I will always go back to this, if that is your dream, if it's not going towards your dream, you have to say no. But also, you can't say no with neglect. You have to say no and truly mean no.
For sure.
If you say no with neglect, and then you sit there and you're in your head, oh, I wish I went out, oh, I wish I drank, oh, you know, I wish I met that girl. You can't do that, because that plays on your mind, and you can't allow external things to play on your mind in this industry. And that's why everybody is not a professional athlete, because it's not easy. You have to have that tunnel vision. So you have to be able to say no to these things with the confidence, like you would say yes to something that's towards your dream. And when you realize that, then you're good. You're good. It is hard. It is lonely. It is everything. Same when I bring food into it, for example. I love boiled chicken and rice.
Hmm.
Love it. I could eat it every meal of the day. Like I couldn't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every other person looks at me like I've lost my mind. Like, are you serious? Like,
Yeah.
put some sauce on it. Do
Yeah.
this. Do
Yeah.
that. I'm like,
Yeah.
but it works for
Yeah.
me. It works for my body, and it's getting me the results. So I can sit here confidently eating it while somebody right next to me is eating whatever they want, a pizza,
Yeah.
pasta,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, but
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
even if those people are sitting around me at the table, I don't feel entitled to want some of their food because in my mind, that food's not going to help me as much as the food in front of me is going to help me. Yes, mine
Hmm.
might look boring. Yes, mine might taste boring, whatever you want to say, but which one is inevitably going to fuel my body for what I want to achieve? I
100%.
know what it is. It is that chicken and rice. So I'm going to eat that chicken and rice. If I
Hmm.
had a slice of that pizza, or if I had a bowl of that pasta, you're going to have that different effect on you come tomorrow when you've got a double session, or come tomorrow when you've got a match day. So you've got to get that
Hmm.
understanding of what works for you and
100%.
make it work and just stick to that.
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. It's can you do the boring stuff consistently day after day, and I think taking back to your experience in Indonesia, can you develop that mindset of like I just don't care what anyone says. That tunnel vision, like you do you, and I'm the same way, man. I mean, you said it from the beginning. I'm the type of guy like you either love me or you hate me because I'm very black and white. I got no gray area, so I'm gonna do me, and you're with me on the journey or you're not. You know what I mean? So I think that's key to develop. It's hard to develop. I think as I've gotten older, I'm sure you've developed that as you've gotten more experience. But can you develop that I just don't care mindset and I'm just going to do what's best for me? Not in a selfish way, but in a way that is going to help you succeed.
The word I like to use is confidence. I'm very
Yep.
big on this word. I would
100%.
say, can you do it in a confident way? Because there is a fine line between confidence and arrogance.
Yes.
Of course
Yes.
there is. And people are
Yep.
always going to think you're arrogant, or people are always going to think you're confident. But if you can do it in a confident way and you can express it in a confident way, that's that I don't give a shit mentality. I don't care what people say mentality comes to confidence as well.
100%. 100%. I love it, man.
Hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure you click one of these two videos right here to stay up to date with the best football development channel here on YouTube. And most importantly, don't forget to drink your sparkling water. Deuces.